Okay, so gonna go over the intake forms. This is version 2. The old intake forms are now being retired because they're being replaced by the much improved version 2. And you don't have to do any changes on your end. It's all going to be automated. So from the calendar, for example, I'll click on an event, and then I go to intake form. So that's one way to do it. The other way, and I'll open this in a new window just to show you. So from an event, you can click on actions, and then you can do event intake form. So two ways to get there. So from the calendar, this would be the most common way. Click on intake form. It's going to redirect to the new intake form, and it's going to give you 3 options: plus photo, plus template, and then more. And under more, you have lots of options. So we're going to start with template for the purposes of this demo. But for photo, for example, let's say you're taking a picture of the car. That's what's cool about this. You can click on photo, take the photo, of course, and then upload it from your device, and it'll automatically populate here. But there's also templates, which is pretty cool. If you want to just do one quickly, or you don't have the ability to take a picture at the moment, whatever the case may be. Obviously photos are best, but if not, you can always use one of the templates and then just choose the vehicle that you're working on. And then you have different sections like passenger vehicles, marine templates, RVs and campers, commercial templates, and aviation templates as well if you're working on planes and such. So in this case, let's just say we're working on an SUV, so I'll click on SUV. It's going to then populate a template. From here, I can give it a label, wife's car, whatever the case may be. Then once I enter that, I can then mark off things like damage. So let's say I find there's a dent here, so I can click on it. I can put dent on rear panel and save, and that's now going to be a hotspot that's there. Then you can delete hotspots, whatever. And then in the front, maybe doing rim coating, for example. So different things that we can put. Here we'll put windshield chip fix, for example. So you can put different things, right? So you'll be able to go through, put all of these things, and they'll save automatically. And then you can continue with your intake form by doing things like the inspection. So inspection, I can do, tire pressure, so on and so forth. But from there, I can also do other options too. One second. I can also do add-ons and upsells, for example. Right from here for the appointment, shows me the current price, and then I can search my upsells, or I can simply check off the ones that I want. And as you can see, it automatically updates the price. So let's say we're going to add these 3 upsells for the customer, but then we want to give them a deal. So we can say if you add these 3, we'll give you 10% off. So then I can go here and I can choose 10%, and then it'll automatically apply that discount. You can see here. I can always undo that discount if needed. But one cool thing too is that I can manually say, if you do all these, I'll save you $50. And then I could just update the price here. So I take off the 50 and then save, and then boom, now that's the new price, right? So pretty cool. And then you can do review and sign, customer link, and send review link to the customer as well. So if I choose this option, send review link, it's going to pop up pre-filling the customer details, and then I simply hit send. It'll then send them an email so they can review and sign. I can also review and sign now if I'm with the customer, which is ideal. And then there's also copy customer link if you want to email that separately or something like that. So in this case, let's say I'm with the customer and I want to do review and sign now. So I would click that. It's going to take me to this page, and it has the appointment details. It has the details of what we entered in here. So you can see, rim coating, windshield chip fix. So you can scroll over and show the customer the different things there, and then skip to sign now. They would simply sign, and then they sign and approve, and boom. Then it says signed, customer signed, August 26th, 5:22 p.m. So it'll lock that in then, and that'll be available anytime if I go to the event. So I'll go back, and we'll just click on the event. So here's the one we're working with, and then anytime I can click intake form, and it's going to pull up and show me, the signed intake form that's there. So that's pretty cool. Similarly, if it gets sent to the customer, they're going to see everything except for, obviously, all your menu items and stuff like that. They will just see the page with the fields they need to sign. or the fields you filled out, and then plus the signing capability as well. But so this is the new intake form, which is pretty cool. And then I'll show you what it looks like with photos. I think this one here. Let me see, intake form. This one should have photos. Yeah, so this one has real photos. So this is a photo from our shop. So, you know, you can click on the different things. But that's what's cool is you can take an actual photo and you'll be able to highlight different sections and basically, you know, that's how you can report damage, or you can report special notes that you need for the job to get done. Maybe you have someone that's doing intakes only, and then they pass that over to the technicians. This way they can see, you know, information that's going on, like maybe, you know, batteries, you know, not holding a charge, so if they're, you know, doing something, you know, different things that you can put in little notes, and then as well as marking off damage, which is hugely important, right? And then hovering over these will highlight the specific ones, but on mobile, obviously, it's going to be click-based because there's no hover events. So anyway, that is the new intake forms. Pretty cool because you can upload specific photos of the vehicle, not just a digital thing. However, if you don't have the capability or desire to take photos, you can always just use the templates and then mark off different things. And so those templates, I'll go back and I'll just show you which ones there are again. So let's start a new one. Intake form. So template. So we have small cars, coupes, sedans, jeeps, trucks, SUVs, vans, exotics, old school, limos, muscle cars, motorcycles, scooters, small boats, medium, big, and sailboats. And we have RV, which is the sides. So to show you, for example, that would be the sides of the RV. And then we can go and we can do the front and back as well. So it's just generic kind of templates to get you going. There's, you know, camper, for example. And you can put as many of these as you need. Sprinter vans, cube vans, trucks, big rigs, small planes, big planes. So that way you have, you know, a small plane template. Wait for that to load. There we go. And then, but yeah, so it's got tons of different templates: muscle cars, vans, old school. You know, it's got tons of different templates. There's no limit to how many, and you can always, you know, delete them. So I'll do delete and get rid of some of these. And one cool thing too is, let's say you add a bunch of notes. So just put in some tests. Then let's say, oh gosh, you know, I got to start from scratch. You can simply click clear notes and it'll erase all those notes. And then you can start over on that particular intake form. So pretty cool stuff. Enjoy the new intake form, guys. And yeah, it's really important to make sure that you cover yourself for liability, but also to, you know, highlight certain things so that you don't forget, or so that the customer is aware that you're aware that the damage is there.